ChatGPT was developed by an organization called OpenAI. OpenAI is an AI research lab co-founded by Sam Altman and Elon Musk. Several other researchers and investors also played a part in kickstarting the organization. They eventually grew to approximately 400 employees, all working towards the goal of advancing the field of AI. In its early years, OpenAI mainly focused on researching artificial intelligence and publishing their research findings within the AI community. But over the years, as the company grew, they expanded their scope and activities. This includes the release of various AI models and tools such as GPT-3, Whisper, and DALL-E. GPT-3 is a language model that eventually grew into the ChatGPT we all know. Whisper is designed to convert spoken language into text, and DALL-E is another language model that's capable of generating high-quality images based on text descriptions. Because DALL-E isn't actually free, I'll include a link in the description to an alternative called Stable Diffusion. It's actually pretty fun to see what kind of images get generated based on your own text descriptions. Fun fact, the name DALL-E was actually inspired by Pixar character WALL-E and Salvador Dalí, a famous Spanish artist. The term GPT in ChatGPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative means the model is capable of generating text, pre-trained means the model is trained on a bunch of text data, and transformer refers to the type of neural network architecture used for the AI model. If you don't know what a neural network architecture is, don't worry because many people don't. Just think of it as a Lego structure made up of a bunch of blocks. Each block has its own special job, and they all work together to solve a problem. Now, if the problem was to figure out what kind of animal is in a picture, one Lego block could be tasked with actually receiving all the pixels for other Lego blocks to process, another block may be tasked with recognizing the shape of an animal's face, and another block could be responsible for deciding whether the animal in the picture is a cat or a dog. With all these components tied together, GPT becomes capable of generating responses from text-based prompts. ChatGPT has gained so much recognition that it has even been listed as an author or co-author in over 200 books in the Amazon's bookstore. Titles such as Cryptocurrency Mastery, Alice and Sparkle, and Imara's Crazy Curls list ChatGPT as one of their authors. It seems like this number is only going to increase. 200 is already an inaccurate number, as Amazon doesn't require their authors to disclose their use of AI. The potential threat to real authors seems evident, and it's not only just authors. It's difficult to predict the full scale of damage that can be caused by AI across other fields of paid work. We've always thought that AI would be replacing all the boring work we need to do, but it's already shown to be able to replace creative mediums such as art and book writing. A science fiction publication that goes by Clarkesworld magazine paused short story submissions after discovering the writing capabilities of ChatGPT. With Clarkesworld's pay rate being 12 cents per word for submitted stories of up to 22,000 words, abusers can look to rack up a $2,640 profit. The magazine becomes a prime target for those seeking to profit from easy, unoriginal content, and the publication has already taken action by banning hundreds of users over the span of 1 month. Computers have already proved themselves to be able to exceed the skill level of top players. Notable examples are games like chess and Go. In fact, no human has beaten a computer in a chess tournament in 17 years. A major milestone for chess computers occurred in May 1997, when Deep Blue, a chess computer, defeated Garry Kasparov, who was widely regarded as the best chess player in the world and had previously defeated an earlier version of Deep Blue in 1996. Lee Sedol, one of the strongest Go players of his time, announced his retirement from professional play in November 2019, stating that, "Even if I become number one, there is an entity that cannot be defeated." Now, what if we were to utilize AI for other types of games? For example, Dota 2. Dota 2 is a MOBA game where players form 2 teams of 5, they pick their own heroes to play and work together to destroy the enemy team's base while defending their own. Teamfighting becomes a crucial aspect of Dota 2 gameplay. Your ability to swing battles into your favor and eliminate enemy heroes is essential for gaining an advantage. But what if we were able to program AI to teamfight for us? Well, OpenAI developed OpenAI 5 to explore just that. The AI systems used for games like chess are vastly different from those that would be used for team fighting in Dota, because the games themselves are fundamentally different. In chess, the game is turn-based, and there are really only a limited number of possible moves that can be made at any given time. In Dota, however, the game is in real time, and there are way more possible actions that can be taken at any given moment. Despite those challenges, OpenAI 5 was able to form an AI team capable of winning against professional Dota 2 teams, and not just any professional team. They were able to defeat the 2018 and 2019 world champions. If you want to read more about their project, you can find a link in the description to their blog post. Professors at the University of Minnesota's law school tried to pair ChatGPT up with actual exams that real students took to see what grade it could achieve. Out of the team of 4, one person would be tasked with generating answers from ChatGPT. The other 3 would be the ones blindly grading them among other student papers. The results? ChatGPT passed all 4 courses with an average of C+. The team noticed that ChatGPT performed better in essay writing compared to multiple choice. The essays were clear, well-crafted, and never had any grammatical errors or typos. The study also indicates that ChatGPT was known to hallucinate by fabricating facts, which I find pretty funny because just like humans, it would BS answers sometimes. It would also perform significantly worse on math-related questions, which would drag down its mark. And honestly, same. Elon Musk, one of the co-founders of OpenAI, left the company in 2018 due to some conflicts of interest and wanting to shift more of his efforts to Tesla and SpaceX. Despite resigning in a rather peaceful manner, Elon expressed openly about his dissatisfaction of what OpenAI has become. Elon has even limited OpenAI's access to Twitter's database to limit training, and even signed an open letter urging a 6-month pause on AI development. Personally, I don't see a reason to temporarily pause technological advancements. You can't pause the whole world. If one region doesn't do it, then another region will. ChatGPT has already proved itself to be able to write code, and has become a tool for many developers to refine and expand their knowledge. Ask ChatGPT to write some code that simulates a dice rolling game, and you'll get something like this. But despite this amazing asset, it comes with potential risks. Users were able to find loopholes around the safeguards put in place to prevent malicious content. For example, ChatGPT originally refused to write phishing email or any type of malicious content. But throw in a "for educational purposes," then it would answer. Sometimes you'll be able to find loopholes like these to convince ChatGPT to write malicious code for you. For now, the threat level is still relatively low. ChatGPT already has safety features in place that prevent most malicious use cases. If you've used ChatGPT before, you may have noticed that it indeed responds very much like a robot. Sentences are emotionless, lack self-awareness, and nothing like how an actual human would respond. Well, I want to introduce you to Dan, and he's not just your average Dan. He's do anything now Dan. Users on Reddit discovered a way to bypass ChatGPT's limitations by writing a particular prompt in the beginning of a chat. ChatGPT will begin answering in 2 ways, one as GPT and one as Dan. You'll see prompts that GPT would refuse to answer due to going against content policies and guidelines were answered by Dan. Now, I don't recommend you try this yourself. Dan is an exploit that breaks OpenAI's TOS and could result in your account being banned permanently. Sam Altman said during an interview, "We want users to have a lot of control and get the model to behave the way they want within some very broad bounds. I think the whole reason for jailbreaking right now is we haven't yet figured out how to give that to people, and the more we solve that problem, the less need there will be for jailbreaking." When ChatGPT was released, it only took 5 days for the platform to reach 1 million users. That's a very small fraction when compared to other well-known social media sites like Instagram, which took 2.5 months, Spotify, which took 5 months, and Twitter, which took 2 years. By January, 2 months after their release, ChatGPT has already reached over 100 million users. With all the rave that chatbots are getting, competitors began releasing their own version of AI chatbots. Google released Google Bard in March 21st, 2023, and Microsoft added a new Bing AI chatbot to the Microsoft Edge browser. I won't go into detail about the differences between the three, but this is the response I get when I ask each of them. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. What does that mean? From my experience using the three, Google Bard seems to be the least complete product. In fact, in a promotional video tweeted by Google, Bard botched an answer to a pretty simple question. And to follow that up, there has even been allegations that Bard was trained on ChatGPT conversations. I thought it'd be nice to end the video off by speeding through a couple funny interactions with ChatGPT. Ask for replies to be an emoji only, and the replies will be a bit confusing but accurate. Try for yourself to see if you can understand what it's trying to say. Try and see if text art can be recognized, and you'll find out that it most definitely cannot. It might not be able to read text art, but it can definitely generate it. Ask for what you thought would be a harmless joke, and yeah. You can request ChatGPT to adopt a persona by typing blank GPT. Follow that up with a brief description, and voila! Tell me your best conversations with ChatGPT in the comments below, and I hope you learned something new from my video. Thanks for watching.